Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Muhammed Sinan Shoukathali from Varam in the Kannur district of Kerala. The son of Fausia and Shoukathali, he is a 12th standard student at Face World Leadership School. With remarkable discipline and dedication, he has memorized the Holy Quran in its entirety. He has earned national recognition as a finalist at FaceX and has actively participated in Model United Nations conferences, strengthening his voice on global platforms. This is not just a moment, but the beginning of a journey defined by leadership, discipline, and impact.
You know, for a long time, I was afraid of correcting other people's mistakes. Not because I didn't notice them, but every time I thought about speaking up, something inside me knew it wasn't wrong. Every time I thought about speaking up, something inside me stopped me. There was this little voice in my head that whispered, what if they take it the wrong way? What if they think you're trying to act smarter than them? What if they start disliking you? And that one voice was enough to silence me every single time. So I kept quiet. I pretended everything was fine, even though something inside me knew it wasn't. And after a while, it felt like a habit that followed me everywhere, whether it was in class discussions, group work, or even simple conversations with friends. Then, one day, something happened that made me realize how much that fear was holding me back. It was a normal school day. Our teacher asked the question, and my friend confidently answered. But I instantly knew it was wrong. I had studied that topic before, so the correct answer was in my mind. For a few seconds, I actually gathered the courage to speak up. But once again, my mind stopped me. What if everyone thinks I'm trying to show off? What if he feels embarrassed? So I stayed silent again. A moment later, the teacher corrected him. And my friend felt embarrassed. And I felt this sudden guilt because deep down I knew I could have prevented that moment only if I had spoken up. That's when I realized something important. My silence didn't protect his feelings. It only protected my fear. When silence becomes bigger and deeper, it can create huge misunderstandings, broken trust, and unnecessary conflicts. Sometimes it can cause destruction of relationships, opportunities, and peace in people's lives. In bigger situations, history has shown that silence, when truth is needed, can even cause major crises or conflicts. Almost like the beginning of a war that could have been prevented with honest communication. After that experience, I started thinking differently. I began to understand that correcting someone doesn't mean criticizing them. It doesn't mean showing off. It simply means that you care enough to help them grow. So I started small. When someone made a mistake, I would say things like, hey, I could be wrong, but maybe we should double check. Or, I think it might be actually this. I made sure my tone was gentle, not superior. And surprisingly, people didn't get offended. In fact, most of them appreciated it. That's when it hit me. It was never the correction itself that created conflict. It was the fear behind it. When fear leads, silence grows. But when sincerity leads, understanding grows. I learned that silence may feel polite for a moment, but honesty is far more powerful for a lifetime. Being kind doesn't mean staying quiet. It means having the courage to speak up, respectfully, gently, and with empathy. Now, when I see someone make a mistake, I remind myself, true respect isn't about silence. It's about sincerity. It's about speaking in a way that supports, not hurts. And if I correct someone today, it's not to prove that I'm right. It's to show that I care. Thank you.